Today I'm hoping to have a ride with no rain. I think the forecast is pretty good, so I'm not wearing any wet weather gear, but I do have one of my long sleeve jerseys on, and I remembered today to bring a little plastic bag for my key ring. I carry my phone, this camera, and I'm taking another stills camera with me in case I see a cruise ship in at the port that I haven't photographed yet. And I've just got the 3 pockets in my jersey, so one of the electronics has to have my key ring beside it. Jeepers, it's chilly this morning. It's only 7 degrees. I'm going to head out on the bike path towards the airport. This says no entry, but when I come up this road I can't see any other way to connect with the bike path, so that's what I do. I'm always glad to have that big junction behind me. The new house being built on the corner there looks like they're pouring concrete today. I'm glad it's not raining. I've ridden every day apart from 2 so far in October, and probably 5 of them I've set out in the dry only to meet rain a few kilometres in. Hopefully not today. My legs are sore today. I think it's a result of cycling so many days without a break. Not that I've covered any particularly large distance, but old legs need more of a rest. I've just about reached the highest part of today's ride by the airport. They're always built at the top of the hill. And soon I'll be picking up the Confederation Trail. We cyclists spend a lot of time talking about the wind and the gradient. I suppose because both those things have an impact on how fast we can ride and how smoothly the ride goes. Today has been a headwind so far, but after 7 kilometres I've turned west and it's a crosswind. Last weekend's marathon event took place partly on this section of trail, and I think they may have steamrolled it before the race for the benefit of the runners. It does seem smoother. It is a week or so since I was last on this stretch, and the leaves have definitely started to change. There's a little more full foliage, and there's a little more. Nothing like you would see further south in New England. Lately I've been watching bike packing videos on YouTube where people document their epic long rides, sometimes all the way from the Pacific to the Atlantic. And it's most inspiring. There was a time when I felt I might be able to do it, but I think my age would be a factor now at 66. I've been watching a fantastic young woman. She's Polish by descent, although speaks with a lovely Canadian accent, and she's riding from west to east and filming her exploits along the way. Unfortunately, she was knocked off her bike by a careless driver somewhere in Ontario. Thankfully only battered and bruised, and after a few weeks recuperation she hopes to resume her trip. This is the new way of doing it. When I first started following these transcontinental rides, you had to use a site called Crazy Guy on a Bike, and they were all typed, so you read prose interspersed with photographs. But now it's all video, like me. Another crossing coming up. There's the construction still carrying on apace. Should be my turn soon. Looks like the lift shaft in the middle there, so it must probably be a 4 or 5 floor apartment building. A lot of earth been moved, hasn't there? Ah, it's a shame. Soon won't be any green spaces left in Charlottetown. Lots of pumpkins and Halloween decorations around. That was a nice fast ride through Victoria Park. 27, 28 kilometres an hour. Flag shows us a tailwind. I'm going to head into town, see what the cruise ship situation is. Can't see any on the skyline, but there may be a couple of small ones in. We'll see. This is a section of town I don't ride in very often. Some nice ancient architecture. No, I'm not stopping. Oh my goodness, look at the ghosts. Oops, better not go down the slipway. Nothing in sight.
It's got all those.
I'm sure there was supposed to be a cruise ship in today. Maybe the itinerary changed. Oh well, not to worry. Let's head home. That long, low red brick building is the old engine sheds for Charlottetown Station, now known as Founders Hall, and all it is a food hall with lots of different eateries in there. And this area will soon be turned into the outdoor skating rink. Onwards, the Irving oil gas tanks. And what's that black cloud up ahead? Some kind of eruption from the, whatever that building's called, the one that burns mixed garbage. For the first time This year my feet are actually feeling a bit cold. Well, it made a nice change to ride in the dry today. Look at these pathway markers. I hope that doesn't mean we're expecting snow early this year. "25 kilometers, hour and a quarter, and time to go in for some lunch."